Hello and welcome to Convinced Catholicism, a YouTube channel for all things Catholic. Many people have an idea of a desert island Bible, a Bible or maybe a prayer book that they would want to take with them if they knew they'd be stranded on a desert island. For a long time, I may have thought that this was it for me. And I may still. It's hard to say. There's so many good prayer books and so many good Bibles out there. But this is the compact, revised standard version Catholic edition. And this is published by Ignatius Press alongside Oxford University Press. And as you can see, this is a compact Bible. Let's just take some measurements here to show you how compact it actually is. So as we can see, it's height-wise about 6 inches, width-wise about 4.5, and then the actual depth of the book is just about 1 inch. Okay, so this is not exactly pocket size, but you could put it in, say, a purse or a backpack or a tote bag, or honestly, just if you're going to carry it with you, you can carry it in your hand, right? So this is, before we get into the inside contents of the Bible, this is a genuine leather. And as we can see too, it's also zipped shut in order to protect the pages. And this is a very nice touch. The actual zipper handle is a miraculous metal. The inscription is in English as opposed to maybe Latin or French. And traditionally, it is double-sided. We can see on the bottom of the insignia there, the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary with the stars and the M cross insignia. So this, for what it's worth, is a versatile Bible. Again, compact, that you can take this anywhere, but the quality and the presentation of the Bible is, some would consider, heirloom quality. And when we actually get to the inside, you'll see a little bit more of what I mean. Okay, so, and it has this nice, I guess, protection page here. It's nicely pressed. So right at the beginning, we can see this wonderful icon of Christ the teacher. It has the Greek inscription for Jesus Christ, I am, in the, I guess, the halo. And this icon was written by Brother Claude Lane, who apparently is a Benedictine. And as you can see, the concept of this being a heirloom Bible is evident here in the baptismal and sacramental record, and who your family was and who's alive and who are your family and everything like that. Not that I've done that, but if you wanted to, there's the option. Okay, so here is the title page. Obviously, this is the Bible. And then we get to the copyright page. So as I've mentioned before, this was published by Ignatius Press in conjunction with Oxford University Press. And the original publication was in the year 2004. Now, I did not get this Bible in the year 2004. I got this when I was in college, which would be circa 2015, 2016. Okay, so this has been in publication for some time now. All right, we got an introduction, and in the introduction, it also has the table of contents, which this is a Catholic Bible, so you will get the deuterocanonical books, also known as the Apocrypha to non-Catholics, but the Catholic term for that is the deuterocanonical books. And we can see here the names of all the books and their alternative names, right? So the book of Isaiah would be Isaiah. Sirach is also very famously known as Ecclesiasticus, and then the Book of Solomon is also known as Book of Wisdom. And then the nice thing about this book is that it has an appendix for explanatory notes for each of the testaments. Okay, so the New Testament here. Okay, so let's actually get to the content of the book. Let's go to Genesis first. Right to the first chapter. So we can see here that the text is small. You might need reading glasses. I personally have been blessed with good vision, so I don't. I can read the first verse just fine. The first verse is, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters." Okay, and we can see here, right in the first two verses, there are these little footnotes, A and B. We can see here, or when God began to create and when. I like these footnotes. It shows that this translation is not a dogmatic translation, and that scholars have gone through and they've made sure that the most accurate, I guess, literal and theological translation has been made available. This is, of course, obviously an official translation of the church, and I believe it's the official translation that's used in the personal ordinariate alongside the ESV Catholic edition. I could be wrong on that. My memory serves that the bleed through between pages or leaves was much worse, but it's actually not that bad. We can sort of see the word good there, and the word and the good and man, right? But it's really not that bad. I've seen Bibles with much worse bleed through, and as good as it is the Orthodox Study Bible, the bleed through is not that good, or it's pretty bad, I should say. But I'll review that in the future, by the way. All right, so let's go to the New Testament. All right, we could see here that there are some interesting translation subtitles or subnotes, excuse me, for Greek for his brother, right? And this was in the Gospel of Luke, right? We can see here the book of John. So this is a versatile Bible. If you wanted to take this with you every single day and read some passages from it, you could do that. If you wanted to use it as a study Bible for academic purposes, it's not a full study Bible, but it's a good start. And if you were in Bible study, you could do this as well. It's very easy to take with you and very easy to see references. Like, for example, this one says that other early authorities omit "and from what is strangled." So you might see other Bibles not have some words that are in these, or they may have taken some away, right? Now, I will say something I don't like about this Bible, and there's really not a lot that I don't like, is that there is no easy way to find where the particular stories or parables or scenes of Christ's life are. Like, for example, when he feeds the 5,000. If I didn't know the Bible, I wouldn't know where to find that. Or the Bread of Life Discourse. Where might that be? The Bread of Life Discourse, for those who don't know, is where Christ explains that his body is good to eat and he is the bread of life, right? I don't know where those might be. Now, that might be the only thing I don't like about this Bible. Let's get back to what I do like, right? So I mentioned already the appendices. So let's take a look at the Appendix 1 first. Also, here's actually Appendix 1 where all the explanatory notes are, and this starts with the Gospel of Matthew, right? So it has all of these explanatory notes, and you can get really good theology out of that. And then Appendix 2 here shows a list of changes in the Revised Standard Version New Testament for the Catholic editions. So this is what's the difference between a regular RSV and a Catholic RSV. So we can see here, brethren changes to brothers, and he who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Other ancient authorities insert, he who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Okay, so we can see here that this is a very honest translation, that they're not trying to hide anything, right? I feel that some Bible translations are changing things for, I don't want to say deception, but a clearly biased interpretation of scriptures. And obviously, it says right here, Catholics are going to like this a lot more than, say, KJV, Primitive Baptists and maybe Anglicans and other people, but at least they are straightforward and telling you what's what. And here's another thing that is useful, right? So prayers and devotions of the Catholic faith, sign of the cross, the Our Father, the Gloria, the Apostles' Creed, act of contrition, act of faith, hope and love, right? The divine praises, stations of the cross, prayers before a crucifix, a morning prayer right here, a morning offering, and the rosary, and just all sorts of nice little bite-sized prayers. By no means can you make an actual, I guess you could say, mature or developed prayer rule out of it, but it's nice to have. This is like I said, a versatile Bible, and maybe a desert island Bible, the only book you need in your arsenal if you were stuck on a desert island. I just want to say thank you so much. If you feel like supporting the show monetarily, you can do so by going to our locals page. It's convincedcatholicism.locals.com. There's also an Instagram page in which you can get a heads up on when the next videos are coming out and what they'll be about. And of course, there will be a link to this Bible down below. And it does help me out a little bit because it is an affiliate link. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless.